Okay, I'm gonna not try to ramble this entire time. Um, I've noticed in, I'm in high school, I'm a 10th grader, I'm 16, I'm female, I'm in theater, I have every right to be as dramatic as I possibly can be, but I'm not. I try to stay as far away from drama, and I know a lot of people who say that, and they're like, I hate drama, it's so annoying, yet they go and create it. And I don't understand this. I mean, when I say, especially throughout this entire video, when I say I don't understand things, I mean, I don't get why you're so ignorant and why you haven't realized things that I have realized already. And people have told me that I'm an old soul, and I'm like, I understand that, but some of this stuff just seems like common sense. So, let me just tell you some of the things I've noticed is I have a friend, and she has been in and out of this on again, off again relationship, and each time it's something completely bullshit and something completely different. And I mean, they work well together, they do, but is he really the one for her? Like, you know a person and you work well with them, and I get that, and but I feel like she keeps going back to him because he's safe, and because she knows him, and because she's been hurt by this one person already that is basically just picking at a scab. It's not creating a whole new wound. But if, how do I phrase this? If someone did not know what things were, like a caveman was frozen in ice and brought back, right? Let's say that was actually possible. And we handed him a knife, and since it was shiny and it wasn't like rocks that are sharp, he didn't know what it was. And then we told him it was sharp, but he didn't fully know what that meant. Or he did, but he didn't believe us because it didn't look like anything else that he's seen that's sharp before. So he touches it, and he gets a scar from the cut, and it bleeds, and he realizes that hurts. And every time he sees that scar, he remembers knives are sharp. And then he gets a different wound from touching something hot, like fire. And he gets a wound, and I'm shaking because I'm cold. It's so cold in here, so if I'm shaking, and I'm shaking my bed, which is shaking my laptop, so he gets another wound from fire or stove, and we told him it was hot, but he didn't believe us, so he went ahead and touched it. He has two different wounds, and they both gave him a different meaning. That's what I feel like people should do with relationships, is take a chance. People ask me, why did you ever date him? I'm like, I don't know, because I could. That's basically my answer. It's just, now I know. I learned from one guy, don't date someone just because they are some stereotypical thing. Like, I feel really embarrassed about this. It was 7th grade, and I was all into the emo thing, and I thought it was the coolest thing in the world. And he was emo. He said he was emo, and I was like, well, that's the coolest thing ever. So I went out with the guy. And I learned, don't date someone just because they're something. Just date them for who they are, not what they are. So, I mean, you learn a lesson. You can't learn the same lesson from someone else, from the same person. Like, does that make sense? You can't learn all your lessons from one person. There we go. Don't go back to someone just because they're safe. Like, I don't know, any other way to phrase that is, just because you know someone and you work with someone doesn't mean, by work I mean like mesh, not jobs and such. Just because you work with someone doesn't mean they're the one. I hope I help people, and I hope I enlighten people, and yeah. Auf Wiedersehen.